What's up, everybody? It is I, Hero Vange, and welcome back to the Forest Cup. Guys, I feel like I've done it again. I feel like I have taken it to the next level. This, my dear friends, is the best team building format that I have ever made. It's kind of like a mix of my old team covering format mixed with my new threat list, balance, increase the coverage type situation, and it's so good. I feel like with this, I can teach you so much. I can take you to that next level. You're gonna understand how to build a really solid Forest Cup team. And I feel like this is going to be a staple on my channel. And I've been trying to find staples for my channel, like content-wise, format-wise, right? So let's get into this. This is a 6-round tournament. This is the ASEAN Flash Forest Cup 1 and one person swept it, Zobirin 90, and yeah, congratulations. This right here is Zobirin's team right here. As you can see, he is an ace trainer, so he outgunned elite trainers, which is insane. Let's take a closer look at Zobirin 90's team. This is it right here, and this is my threat list breakdown. If you need a clean threat list for your own team, check out the pinned comment down below. I have it there for the clean. I have all the breakdowns there. You're gonna want to click that thing and maybe have like a notepad so that you can copy paste. If you already know how to interpret this, right? If you already know how I do my threat lists, then click the timestamps in the pinned comment down below to skip to the team breakdowns. For the people who don't understand what all of this is, what this is basically a threat list. So Ferrothorn, Meganium, Cradily onwards on the left side, and then you have a number that is the number of clean counters that this team has for that certain Pokemon. And my definition of a clean counter is you beat that certain Pokemon in the one shield scenario with no baiting. Alright, fresh, no baiting. My recommendation is that you have at least 2 clean counters per Pokemon on the threat list, but more is better. Okay, having more means that you have a maximized team. If you can push this to like 3 to 4 to maybe 5, that would be insane. The Pokemon that come after the number are the clean counters to the Pokemon on the left, right? So, example, for Ferrothorn, you have 2 clean counters, which are Blaziken and Ampharos. You get it? The reason why you want minimum 2 clean counters per Pokemon on the threat list is because you want to be building double bodyguard strats, right? So you have a lead, you have 2 bodyguards in the back that cover whatever counters it, right? So that means you have to have 2 Pokemon that cover whatever counter your lead. Hence, you need the 2 clean counters for everything that seems like they might show up in the tournament. There's some Pokemon that aren't here, but that's because I've been weeding out the Pokemon that have basically the same counters as some of the Pokemon here, right? They don't differ themselves, like they're not too different that they need like special coverage. And you want to weed out your threat list because you will be doing this multiple times for your team, because you want to maximize your team so that whenever your opponents look at your team and try to figure out what to use as a lead, if you have like a really thick coverage team, they're just gonna be dumbfounded. They're gonna be like, Hence, if you have a smaller threat list, less to check in the simulations, but still efficient, means that you can still cover everything with basically your threat list, right? That means that you can change your Pokemon multiple times, check the coverage, and maximize your team. And when you maximize your team, you're gonna have a team that will make your opponents just go derpy. Alright, so you understand how to interpret this. You also understand why it is so, right? What our goals are. Okay, so I highlighted the problems for this team. My review of this team is that it's a great team, alright? It's got a problem with Meganium. It only has 1 clean counter, and Swampert, 1 clean counter. But I feel like they're lesser compared to the other picks. And this is something that I feel because I've done this for so many teams. I've done this for like 30 to 40 to maybe 50 teams because I have a Patreon coaching service. So I feel like Meganium, much lesser usage compared to Ferrothorn, and also Swampert, much lesser usage compared to another Mudboy that we will talk about, and definitely much less usage compared to the water type in the Forest Cup, which is Mantine, right? So yes, I feel like this is a great team. You can get past that Meganium, you can get past that Swampert problem, plus you're gonna see a lot of 3s, you're gonna see a lot of, well, a couple of 4s, but definitely at least 2 clean counters per important Pokemon, right? Important Pokemon. So this is a pretty thick team. And so what I did for you guys is I took this team and I balanced it and improved it. I took the Swampert out. and I placed Quagsire. And Quagsire, all you need is Stone Edge, right? Also, all the movesets are in the pin comment. So yes, Quagsire, after running all the simulations that I've ever done for Forest Cup, all it's ever thrown, I think, is Stone Edge. You don't need the Earthquake. You can actually go with Acid Spray if you're a maniac. If you're a maniac and you want to see the world burn, you can go Acid Spray, which is a great utility move for the rest of your team. Plus, you're gonna have a lot of Pokemon here that have fast attack, down matchups, right? So yes, Acid Spray is pretty good. Or you can go Sludge Bomb for the what's up on the grass types, okay? But your call. And that's actually what makes Quagsire a little bit more dangerous. Crustle at the very end there, I took out because from my experience, from all the teams that I've balanced, its coverage is not that great. Not that great. But to cover Meganium and Swampert more, you have Mantine, and that's actually what fills in the holes, right? You're gonna see that it fills in the Meganium hole, it fills in the Swampert hole. And so I highlighted the differences between this and my rebalance team. And as you can see, the Meganium's fixed, the Swampert's fixed, plus you have thicker coverage with Jumpluff, Scolipede, Blaziken. Blaziken, I feel, is the biggest thing there. Jumpluff, you might see. Sure, Scolipede, you're probably not gonna see, but it's nice to have 4 counters to it. And this is a really, really thick team, guys. This is a great team. Awesome, but more importantly, I'm gonna teach you guys why this is such a great team, all right? If you're looking for a base, like a solid start for a team, right? Then Ampharos, Blaziken, and Quagsire is a really, really good start. It's so synergistic. That is such a great trio to start off with your team building. Just have those 3 and then start building around it. If you have those 3 Pokemon, you have 2 anti-grass for the most important grass type in the cup, Ferrothorn. Alright, Ampharos can kill Ferrothorn, Blaziken kills Ferrothorn, so that's awesome. For the other grass types, then you build outside, okay, for the other grass type. You also have 2 anti-bugs for generally all of the bugs. Blaziken can kill Galvantula, but it's attack IV weighted, but you really have to go hard with the attack for Galvantula, and most of the teams that I've balanced don't have the attack weighted Galvantula, right? So Blaziken can kill that, can kill Crustle, can kill Scolipede, and Quagsire has a clean matchup against all 3. So double anti-bug-ish, Galvantula, Blaziken, little bit. You also have double anti-water for the most important water type, Mantine, which is Ampharos and Quagsire, and that's why Quagsire, I picked that over Swampert because it can kill Mantine. For the fire types, you have 2 clean counters per fire type. For Blaziken, you have Ampharos and Quagsire. For Sunny Castform, you have Blaziken and Quagsire, so you have 2 clean counters per fire type. And then for the electric types, you have at least 1 clean counter now, which is Quagsire. Can handle all 3 Magnezone, Ampharos, and Stunfisk. And that's really thick, right? That's really thick for just 3 Pokemon. For like 3 slots in your team, you basically have almost 2 clean counters for everything. Zobirin 90 almost had it with Ampharos, Blaziken, but he had, I think, Crustle or Swampert. And Swampert cannot kill Mantine, so it's a little bit, it's missing like 1 wing, okay? 1 wing, all right? And Quagsire will give you that other wing, all right? Now, is this a maximized team? I would say no. No, you can push it to the next level, and I have an idea for you guys to push it to the next level with the next team. Also, the second team and the third team are gonna be much faster with the analysis because I had to teach you that core, right? That core for team building, okay? So, this is the Open Night Live Forest, Opening Night Live Forest. I can read English. Yes. And congratulations to YRNQ. I hope I pronounce urine. No. For sweeping the cup. Congrats. This team is crazy. I don't know how he got past the Ferrothorn weakness here. I mean, Blaziken is a pretty hard counter to Ferrothorn. Okay, so alright, okay, but I mean, Ferrothorn, one counter, and I bet that most people have it, like 99% of people have it. So this person must be really next level, but let's take a look at my rebalance. As you can see, it's basically the same team as before. You have the Ferrothorn, you have Mantine, Azumarill, Blaziken, Ampharos, but no Quagsire. Instead, you have Stunfisk. And Stunfisk, guys, can take it to the next level. So you can take the Quagsire from the previous team and turn it to this team. Now, you're gonna see a little bit of red there, but that's because you lose a little bit of the coverage for Meganium, lose a little bit of the coverage for Jumpluff, which you still have good coverage for, right, to gain the thickness, okay? And I feel like this is the much more maximized team, not because of the overall coverage, because overall you have basically the same coverage. It's just a little bit of a trade-off. Quagsire kills Stunfisk. Okay, so that's what you get for running Quagsire. Stunfisk kills Wormadam Trash, and that is what you get for running Stunfisk. Now, Wormadam's Trash seems like a more uncommon Pokemon compared to Stunfisk, right? So, isn't the Quagsire the more maximized team? I would say that because Stunfisk is a much harder counter to the things that it counters. It can get you advantages, boys and girls. An advantage is everything for battling. Everything, right? If you can get your Stunfisk locked into a Mantine matchup, that's a 0 shield throw in the 1 shield scenario, right? Meaning you can stay 1 shield behind. If Mantine blocks once, you don't have to block with Stunfisk. If Mantine blocks twice, you block once. It will save you the shield. And that shield can be used on other Pokemon. Hence, this is the more maximized team. But I just gave you options. If you don't have a Stunfisk, which I know that a lot of people don't have Stunfisk, then you can run the Quagsire, which you probably have if you're an old battler, alright? An old battler. Veteran. Okay, better. You're hurt? I'm sorry. But yeah, that's honestly it for this team, plus the Ampharos, Blaziken, plus Mudboy, not Swampert, Stunfisk, or Quagsire core, okay? But this team, it's crazy. One counter to the grass type in the Forest Cup. The Forest Cup only has steel trees, okay? So YRNQ, you are next level, sir or ma'am, alright? I don't know, is this a trap? Is this like a thing where you're trying to make people lead their Ferrothorn because you lead Blaziken? Is that a thing that you do? Let me know. The last tournament that we're going to cover is Copa del Bosque, Federación Chilena de PvP Top 1 to 8, which was swept by WLAD41. WLAD41 definitely goes to the Salty Spittoon because he has one counter to Mantine. One counter to Mantine, and it's Ferrothorn. It's such a soft counter to Mantine. How? WLAD41, you are insanely skilled. Friends, I hate to admit it, but my teams are Weenie Hut teams, okay? I am I am a Weenie Hut Pokemon Go PvPer because I have balanced teams. Much safer though, but you know, it's not gonna get you into the Salty Spittoon. But yeah, just swap out the Kingdra, which only has 4 clean countered Pokemon. Really, you're gonna have to rely on the Octazooka debuff for a lot of the coverage that Kingdra supposedly gives your teams, right? I do have some balanced teams with Kingdra. I've done it before. It's definitely doable, but for this team, I couldn't really figure out a way. Like, what do I take out to cover Crustle and Mantine? I guess I could put Stunfisk somewhere else, but the other Pokemon were just easier to keep in because Kingdra has such low coverage in the Forest Cup. It really doesn't add that much to your team except for, you know, 4 Pokemon, which is Cradily, the 2 fire types, so Blaziken, Sunny Castform, and Ampharos. That's all it adds. So yeah, you have definitely like better coverage with other Pokemon. And I'd say that this team is actually pretty good for setting up Stunfisk to get the win, right? To get the win, because you have such thick coverage with the grass types. And it's also smart that he has Heracross instead of Blaziken because Heracross can actually kill Kingdra, right? So yeah, you definitely still want to have 2 clean counters for Kingdra. I actually, you know, passed some teams that only have 1 clean counter to Kingdra because again, Kingdra doesn't really add much to your coverage, only really clean covers 4 Pokemon. The rest, it's a gamble, right? So I just passed the other teams. 1 clean counter, that's okay, but again, it's dangerous because Octazooka debuff will get you a lot of wins, right? So having the 2 clean counters is nice. Nice team. But yes, I see you, W Lad, signing me up for the Weenie Hut membership card. Yes, I will take that graciously. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to leave a like, comment down below what is your Forest Cup team. Subscribe if you haven't yet, ding that notification bell, and I'll see you in the Weenie Hut. Bye guys!